Hello and welcome to this video on the topic of presentation skills. Being able to present on topics is an important skill to master at university level. Presentation skill is a key transferable skill. You will need it not only during your studies, but in other areas as well, such as being able to deliver a good interview session or as part of your job to deliver talks and in general during social gatherings. Therefore, presentation skill is about being able to speak in the appropriate manner to an audience. It is normal that one can feel nervous to speak in front of a crowd, especially if we are of introvert nature. However, one can develop presentation skills to overcome this fear. One useful tip is to stay focused on the quality of the delivery throughout the presentation. Knowing your presentation task is of utmost importance. So it's important to understand what type of presentation you are required to give. Will this be marked? In most cases, you will be giving a presentation in front of your class audience, which means that you would more or less know the attendees and relate to them. It is crucial that you are able to respect the time of your presentation. You also need to know what is required on your slides, how much information, images, and so on. It is to be noted that in general, one should not crowd a slide as you are meant to talk your audience through the slides. Therefore, a good presentation is determined to a large extent by the planning you do. The planning spans over how you take control over your content. It is imperative that you research your subject and it thoroughly. When you are planning, it is also important to consider what are the ultimate goals of your presentation. What do you want your audience to retain after the presentation is over? Can you prepare any strategies to keep your audience engaged? Will there be any appropriate effects, props, questionings that can be used? So you need to plan a logical structure for your presentation. You would know exactly how you will spend minute by minute the allocated time of the presentation. Much like an essay, a presentation needs to have logical parts. There needs to be an introduction and themed parts. Towards the end, you would summarize your points and end with an impactful conclusion. The structure can be divided between starting off with what your presentation will cover, followed by the points from your subject, and to end with an overview of what was addressed. During your presentation, you need to be able to express with a clear and loud enough voice. And it is important that you draw connections as you move along your content with appropriate signposting. For example, when you are transition ideas, you would say, moving on, when you are giving details about a point, I'm now going to expand on, or to summarize these issues, or to conclude, I'd like to. Knowing how to use expressions will enhance the flow of your presentation. Presentation skills are developed with practice. It is important to start early with your project to have enough time to practice. If it is a group presentation, practicing with all the group members is crucial. Also, we have to acknowledge that the more we present, the better we get at it. Therefore, you should keep challenging yourself to constantly improve on your confidence. As said by Lily Walters, the success of your presentation will be judged not by the knowledge you send, but by what the listener receives. This video is brought to you by the Learning Enhancement Team, your free academic support unit. A more extensive session is covered on the topics of presentation in our open workshops. You can also book appointments with us to practice your presentations. Thank you for watching.